Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Assalamualaikum, merhaba. Um, I would like to appreciate you guys for attending this webinar series of Turkey webinar. That this is actually for the second time for our Turkey webinar series. And I hope you guys in a good condition. But I would like to know as well where are you guys come from? Do you want to write on the chat box where are you guys come from? Or even you guys want to express as well what do you feel today. This is Sunday and you still here in our webinar. That's super awesome. Does anyone from Indonesia? Right. Yes, everybody is out from Indonesia, I guess. Some of you guys from Indonesia and also from Africa. And yeah, from Indonesia. Wow, nice. All right. So the first, I would like to introduce myself to you guys. I'm Yuni Marat Sarita, and I will be the host for today's session. All right. Thank you very much for sharing. Oh, one of you from Uzbekistan, from Indonesia, and from the other country as well. So thank you very much for joining this session. And yeah, I'm Yuni Marat Soliha, and I will be the host for today's session. I'm the member of YBB internship. And today we will discuss all about the Turkey and its culture. And yeah, we have the two of our awesome speakers here. We have Korea Indah Susilawati and also we have Rizky Octarian. But before that, I would like um, to introduce you guys about Youth Break the Boundaries itself. All right, so we are from Youth Project Boundaries, and this YBB is the foundation that focuses on all instruments regarding the development and empowerment of the youth to prepare excellence future leaders by promoting strong identity and character and also providing noble values for the youth. So you guys here are selected youth that you have the same concern as us to be a leader for each country where you are coming from. So, please. All right. So in Youth Free countries, we have various event that will be held in Istanbul as well. That's annual event of us. It's Istanbul Youth Summit, and the next event will be held on March. So if you are interested to join this event, don't miss the registration date of our event as well. So we also have youth leader camp that it was held in Jakarta this year, and we will have Middle East Youth Summit on next September, and also inshallah it will be held in on February next year. Also, we had World Youth Festival that held in Malaysia this year as well. So if you guys interested for the one of or some of our event, you can join and also you can register yourself on our website. Make sure you are following our Instagram account, Youth Break the Boundaries, and also Istanbul Youth Summit, where our other official account to not be missed all the information that we share to you. And this is obviously our webinar rules. The participants are not allowed to share the Zoom link to the participant unregistered themselves to join this webinar. So I'm pretty sure you guys here are all of you guys registered participants. So please do not share our Zoom link to the others as well. And participant must activate the video during the activity. So I will really appreciate you guys if you can open your video because yeah, we know that this is virtual meeting, but it's better for us to meet each other by showing our video. And all participants following the webinar can ask questions. Either you are asking directly to the speakers by raising your hand, and also you can ask to us by uh, chat. And also participants take part in the photo session are required to fill out the attendance form. And this will be the attendance form that you can fill to be the proof that you are attending our session today. And this is the rundown that we will do today. We are started at 2. This is the participants, and also we will have the session at 2:10 to 2:30, and for each speaker we'll have 20 minutes. And the Q&A session will be at 2:50 to 3:55. Sorry. And yeah, this is our awesome speakers today. One of them are the YBB team as well. So here's the first speaker. We have Rizky Octarian. Merhaba. Merhaba.
Hello.
All right. So how are you, Rizky?
Great. Thank you for having me.
All right. So yeah, today we have Rizky Octarian. He is a bachelor student in theology, Metin Erbakan, University of Konya, Turkey. Pardon me if my pronunciation is wrong or was it good or not. And for the education background, he's a bachelor student in Konya, Turkey, one of part of the beautiful of Turkey that we know. Konya is also awesome, and he's Raudatul Ulum Islamic High School Salatiga, Indonesia, majoring in Islamic Science. Okay, so he also has a good experiences that he will also share to us, because we know that he is one of the awesome speakers, and he has leadership training program start from June to September in Switzerland. He also had experience as senior translator specialist. This is awesome. On February 25th, 2023 in Singapore. And he is also internship in Human Resources Department from August to October. Extramus Terranovada, Siberi, Italy. Wow, that's awesome. And he is overseas sales Alphatec Electronic in Konya, and Indonesian Students Association in Konya, or PPI Konya. That's super awesome. So I'm really curious how you can manage your time during the students, also all these awesome experiences. And the additional information for you guys of our awesome speaker, he speaks some language, that, which is one of them is one of the challenging language for me. He speaks Bahasa, obviously. Also, he speaks Malay, English, Turkish, Arabic. That's super awesome. And Turkish is Shokzor for me. And he is really interested to volleyball and cooking, Turkish and language, Turkish and Arabic language. And also he had traveling for 14 countries so far. It's super awesome. Thank you, Rizky, for joining this, and also for giving you your precious time to give the session to all of us here. And the second speaker we have today, she is Korea in the Susulawati. Hi. Merhaba.
Merhaba, Lar, Arkadaşlar. Hello, guys.
Hi, and how are you, Miss Korea?
Fine, great.
All right. She's
So productive.
She's master student of information technology engineering in Selçuk University in Konya. So both of them are from Konya, Turkey. And yeah, she's also the alumni of students in Islamic State University of Sunan Gunung Jati in Bandung, Indonesia. And she obviously has a lot of experiences, and it's also super awesome as a woman, and also she is a good student, as I know. And yeah, she is a business analyst in PT Digital Mind System, and she is partnership in Build with Angga. She is a business development in PT Picturus Technology. She is a chief marketing officer of Youth Break the Boundaries, and she is partnership in Middle East Youth Summit, software engineer in Istanbul Youth Summit, and also chairman of Indonesian Students Yeni Dunia Pakti. If I'm not wrong, Pakti. Okay. And during the study, she also has some of the publication that focus on her study as well. So she published implementation of integrated system in the Indonesian public sector. That's super awesome. And analyze of Python use on deep learning methods and algorithm in application. Oh my God, this I don't know what kind of focus on this, and it's mind it's blow my mind actually. And also one of that is sentiment analysis related to religious issue ahead of the 2019 Indonesian general election using the deep belief network. Oh my God. Okay, so it's super awesome, and I don't know what is that. Next slide, please. And yeah, let's welcome our first speaker, Rizky. Are you ready to deliver your knowledge to all of us here?
I hope so.
All right. So
Yeah.
you guys here, please pay attention to our speaker, and also be ready to get all the knowledge that he will share to us. And yeah, enjoy.
All right. Can everyone see my screen at the moment?
Yes. It's
All right. Great. Hello everyone. Good morning from Switzerland. I'm Rizky Oksarian. I'm sorry. I'm not as good as the presentation just delivered. I'm just normal student, just graduate last year, and then start from today. I'm officially employed because like my internship just ends in Switzerland, and then I will be back to Indonesia. I think it's gonna be on Thursday, so I'm gonna land on to Palembang, like going to my home, and then search for another opportunities. So yeah, that's not much that I can share to you, but I hope you can get something from this webinar, like uh, from today activity. Like I'm gonna talk mostly about student life in Turkey and how we balance it, like from academic and non-academic pursuits, cultural exploration, and an enjoyable experience for international student. For your information, yeah, I'm a graduate student from Management in Embark University, majoring in theology with Arabic as my language. But yeah, I studied a lot in Turkey. So, and then Turkey is, sorry, there's a lot of people around. Yeah. So today we're gonna talk about these things and then start from here. So I am I'm like yeah like you know before, like I've been working for several uh majors. Uh I have been working for human resources in Italy, and also I'm right now currently a remote translator for one of the company in Singapore, and also a language educator, like freelancer. So yeah, I kinda work out of my major, but I love it because there's not much that I can do with my bachelor degree. And yeah, hopefully I'm gonna continue my master degree uh, from, yeah, I'm gonna be like remote home. I will let you know when I got it. the acceptance. So today, we're gonna mostly talk about what it's like to live in Turkey as international student. So I'm gonna start with my daily life overview. So basically, I'm just gonna talk about what is like a general day, like how's my daily activities gone, and then general activity of the lifestyle and routines during my time as a student. And then following that, I'm also going to talk about the interesting opportunities. It's going to be like highlight from possibilities and experience that can help you learn more about your future job. So for me, preparing my like life career, I was started from before I graduate. So yeah, mostly I start all the activities, all the experience, and prepare it like after I graduate. No more gap year, no like searching for more job. I already started job before I graduate. So like it's mostly about like preparation before it. And then the local engagement, that's really important for all the international student I know. So how it's going to be like approaching and cultivating connection with local society because all country has different society, different people, and also different approachment that we need to engage with. And the next is going to be Turkey and cultural richness. I'm not gonna talk a lot about this, but I just want to know, maybe mostly like most of us doesn't know like how is Turkey look like. So I'm just gonna like give really like quick slide about how is Turkey, how is like the beauty, how is the uh landscape of Turkey. But yeah, it's just for insight for you to know more and closer to know about Turkey. And then the last is going to be like all the boundaries that we have as a international or a foreign living in like living in overview is ours has like cultural challenges. So I'm gonna also share about how do I overcome the cultural barriers to cultivate a strong and broad-minded, like open-minded personality. Right. Okay, I'm gonna start with my daily life overview. This is my general uh, percentage about my time allocation that I always put on my daily life. So for 40, like for 40%, I always put my study, which is yeah, like the first and I always come first is like my study because I go to Turkey. I went to Turkey for study to finish my bachelor and I have my responsibility to always keep high on my notes and also I was studying how my salary was because like I need to finish it at the time. So like my study is always come first and my like mostly my time I was allocated for studying. But coming after that, I always also put some mostly of my time is for leisure and sports. I'm gonna talk more about this, like what kind of activity that I did that I done before. But just in now, like I just want to put on your mind that this type of allocation that how much percentage I put out in daily life. And then another 25% I put it on working and related. Working here is not always about formal working. It's also going to be more like organization, like some out of campus activity. I'm also going to talk about it, like what kind of campus activity that I've done before, and then like how variative that activities in Turkey that we have. And last but not least, I always like put aside my 10% of my life, like not my life, like my spare time to travel because like I love traveling and then I would like to see like another part of Turkey, not just like living in Konya, so you're just stuck in Konya for entire life. Of course, like we have some another reason why you have why living in Turkey that why don't you travel and then observe more about Turkey? Because like as we know, Turkey is like really beautiful and a lot of things that we can see, a lot of things that really different from my country. So observing by traveling is also a good choice for us. Just for a note, these charts are not constant and will always change according to the focus and target of each year. So basically, I'm talking here is like my first and second year, because like after that, like for my third and fourth year, is like mostly of my time is gone for working and related, and also for study. So like traveling. Basically, I just go to travel in my free time on summer, and then also maybe in my winter break, not mostly at the time like in each month, because like I couldn't make it because like I was a bit busy and a lot of stuff that coming up at that time. So yeah, this chart is always changing every single year. Depends like what is your focus and what is your target on that year. And the second note is no matter how small or large the number on each of these points is, having all of the both charts of the both points is a certain must for me. Like even though I can just go to travel just once for years, it's fine, but I still need it. Even though I cannot work. Uh, we always have up and down when we are study, right? It always happens to me as well. So like, when you think like when you got your point down, that's like you need to put more effort, more focus to your study. So like like study, presentation, like it's gonna be like higher than before, like from 40 it's gonna be like 45 or 50. And yeah, last year, because like we need to focus on targeting to be what we call it, graduating. So like study is going to be campus again and with more higher uh, number. It's going to be like 60 or 65. So guys, for me, like those 4 points is always need to be in my chart. But yeah, it depends like how is your focus and your target. So the number is always going to change for each year. Okay, this is for daily life overview. I hope you guys get what I've been talking about. And we're moving to interesting opportunities on campus first. So on campus, there is a lot of things that we can do. But those four, yeah, like 4, 5 points, some things that more about my personal experiences. So I've been joining a lot of clubs from art, culture, language, and also other things. From art, I've been spending around 2 or 3 months learning about Ebru, art, and miniature. So like we have open courses, open clubs that you can attend, and also join for free from your campus. So that's really shame if you join that and just pass it away, because like you're never gonna have a chance to learn it outside the country, outside of Turkey. And then it's really good for you after finishing your like stressing courses, stressing uh, a lot of things from the campus, like learning, exam. So it's really refreshing when you can like do something fun, like Edu art and miniature. I found it really fun because it's easy, not stressing, but that's memorable, like not easy to forget. And also about culture, the clubs like that focusing on culture. We have like SAS, theater, and also village visiting. This kind of program is usually held like 2 times year. So like the campus, like my campus, Najmet in Erbakan, that was like open trip. So like for students that want to go together, having some memories together with your classmate, with your senior, also your junior, you can go to same place, having fun there, visiting a lot of things like outside of the town. And yeah, that's really nice when you can have like spare time spending with your classmate and also your university's friend. And then language. From language, yeah, I do really like language. Basically, so like I really want to like develop myself, learning more about Turkish. It's not about just daily conversation that you can use just for like hello, how are you, what you do, blah blah. But for making advanced, like I used to join like debate, open discussion, also workshop, uh, sharing some yeah, about your country to your fellows, or learning about how to improve your Turkey, how to engage with maybe like formal company, and what you do with you are in like big occasion, like what you like we have like several different language that we can use. So that's really taught my Turkish and helped me out with like language barrier at the moment. I started to join this kind of uh, program start from my first years of university. So you guys like it's always open starting from even like you're junior. So like there is no like minimum age or minimum stage like what you when you can join the group. But starting from the first year of the university, you can always join group and clubs. And project and research, I'm not really kind of like my senior Corey, because like I've never published any journal, I've never published any research. But yeah, I just contribute to writing some books and also journal publishing with my professor, and just helping out, not really like do it on my own. And also, but my favorite is one of my project is social and humanity project that I always doing it every single year after my third grade. So like uh, in Turkey, in every summer there is called Damla project, you guys. So Damla project is basically is a project that help you all the foreign student, also like student for all, like even your foreign or your Turkish citizenship, all students from university can have break while they can have like volunteering activity, helping out the citizen, like helping out the maybe we can visit like a school, visiting, like helping out, like cleaning the environment. That's really much like a lot of things fun there. So me, basically, I have been there, like joining it for 2 times. That was really nice because I just figured it out. I just found this opportunity after my third grade. So after my third grade, like participating for this project, and then for next year, I couldn't sign up again because I have something up for my student exchange, also summer school. So yeah, like the our our friend that just mentioned before, last year I was in Italy during my student exchange from Erasmus project. So yeah, in Turkey, because I know Turkey is not part of EU country, but Turkey, as part of that, they're included from the Erasmus project, Erasmus exchange, and also Erasmus study exchange. So yeah, Alhamdulillah, like fortunate, I got an experience. I got a chance to go to Italy during summer break. So I spent 3 months there, starting from August until October last year, to do my internship as human resources in one of company in Italy, in southern of Italy, close to Calabria. So like I attended program and come back to Turkey before my last year, and after my last year, yeah, I finished everything. So like I leave everything behind, club, project, internship. So I just focus all of my intention to my study because I do really need to finish it, and it's quite hard. Last year I was being hard, but finally we made it, and then yeah, that's how life is was going for me for 5 last year before in Turkey. And then here I'm gonna talk about like what we can do off campus. For me, like I'm not really uh, joining a lot of kind of that things because like I already have a lot of things on my hand for. So for me, I just make a categorize that maybe you can have focus on. But those 3 points that really important for me. To add extra point when you already have activity on campus, but you don't feel enough and you want to have extra activity. So the activity for me like it always has to contain these 3 points. One of them is like develop a stronger body and mind. yeah, in Turkey we always have like a lot of public discussion. Uh, uh, Never less it's about religion, never about politics. It's never less about maybe just organization, open organization. Like we have a Southeast Asia organization. We also have like a party. Yeah, it's really about politics. We know that we are foreign student. We don't need that, but believe me, if you want to join that, there is a lot of party that open for foreign student. Maybe you can just give your insight, like how is politics run on your country, so you can have insight and also can participate on like young, like next leader of the party, so you can be friend, also can, yeah, can get along with them. And also sport and tournament, yeah, for me, body stronger is really really important. So yeah, sport and tournament also like in Bosnia. It's like I live in Bosnia with Mrs. Corey, so we know like we always have a break in every evening. We play together with our organization PPI and Indonesian student, also with other foreign student, to having fun. Also, yeah, just I'm like wider your society and also your networking. So that's really nice. And then a second point is about learn professional skills. Yeah, guys, for me, like I start to do my organization also part-time job since my second year of my university. So yeah, basically most of my time is spent on organization because yeah, I also lucky that I was chairman of PPI Konya for 2019. And then part-time job I start. I had a lot of part-time job before, starting from really lowest wage. Like I was waitress and also working also for what we call it, like car wash. Yeah, doing some things that I just want to experience it because I feel like if you don't experience it, I don't feel like satisfied about my journey. Because like you went to Turkey, you never experienced that. Like, come on, maybe you can do something else. But yeah, if you can start not from that point, maybe you can start from, yeah, maybe you can just do like freelance or doing some more fun and easy job. Maybe yeah, you don't need to start from dressing or for car washing. But me, yeah, before, because like I was blind, I have no idea what to do. I just want to have like good time while working. So I do a lot of part-time job, but I end up in one of the company that working on remote control for import and export. So like, I joined them for before my, yeah, I think I was on third stage, like third year of my university. So I've been working for them for 3 years right now, and we still have a lot of good connection. And yeah, that's was really nice. Like you're doing great job, you get paid, and also you're still doing your uh I'm like study. So yeah, make it balance is always key. So you always need to have some like good management time, dealing with client, and also always put your focus on stuff. Like you can have a holiday, you don't go to work when you have exam, of course. You know, I was like going this, you just go to job before you when you have exam, like you always have right to get like, okay, I just want to off this week. So yeah, because like uh you're not like full job, like full-time job, full-time worker. So like as a part-time worker, you always have like more free time and also more holidays than other colleagues. And the last but not least is like create wider social circle. So for me, when you got into Konya or when you got into somewhere else far away from your country, of course, like our Indonesian friend and fellow is something else. Like you don't even get along with them, but you always know they're there to help you. They're always willing to help you. But it's also good if you can have like what we call it, local friend or any other foreign friend. So like I always make like wider my success. So I always have like my friend from Turkey. So like when you have any problem about bureaucracy or you have any problem about your health insurance, they can help you out. But if you just have Indonesian friend, I know they can help you, but it's gonna be better if you have like some other circle society that can help you out and also can be what we call it, like more colorful society circle that you can have while you're studying. So you're not gonna get boring while you get long hours with Indonesian student. And then local engagement. So it's following the point of like creator, like create wider society. So you always do participate in student societies, engage in dialogue with various elders. That's really important, guys, because like where don't tell me that you can talk like you can fluently know Turkish, but when you're talking with elders that you don't understand anything, it's like they talk so fast, they talk with dialect, and yeah, it's also nice to talk with elders. You can get the motivation, you can get the, I don't know, their experience, and also you can also improve your curriculum as well. And then for the last that you need to do is get in touch with your beliefs. Believe me, guys, like when you far away from your family, far away from like your society before, it's really hard to keep up your spiritual, social, also political beliefs. So for me, always be in circle that motivate, that always give you positive energy. That's really important. So believe me, you always have circle that has different beliefs, but being with them that has the same belief with you is giving you more like confidence, giving you more like positive energy that makes you out, like help you a lot, that you can always like feel free to share everything that you have on your mind. And don't do when you want to get along or try to build a local engagement with, I mean, like with your society, don't isolate yourself. That always happened to our friends that like for the first year they came to outside the country, like came to Turkey, they isolating themselves, just always glued to their phone. That's really bad. That's the worst thing that you can do. So believe me, you don't want to do that when you get first like getting land in one country, and then set away your bucket list mentality. So don't compare ours the price in Indonesia and Turkey. That always be different, guys. I mean, like I've been to 14 countries in all four continents in the world. So like if I need to think about like bucket list Indonesia compared to Switzerland, I would end up like not eating anything because like for one egg you need to spare like for one nasi padang fries. So no way you can do that. I know it's gonna be hard first time, but believe me, comparing that bucket list just wasting your time. But you always need to have like management, like money management, that one. You always make a note. You always buying something that you need neither that way you want, so always put side over your ego and then get along with all the needed that you need to continue your life, like to eat and also to drink. And then relying on stereotypes, that's really bad actually. I mean, like don't compare Indonesian people to European people or Turkish people. Sometimes they are rude, but sometimes they has really good point way more than Indonesian. Like when you go to Turkey, when you visit one of their house, they're always like welcome you, really, really good welcome. They're gonna cook, they're gonna pet you, like they're gonna pet you, everything they're gonna do, like they're gonna make a bed for you, they're gonna make you breakfast. Believe me, Turkey's culture, they're like, yeah, they are awesome, lovely. And then for the concern, like last tip that I can give to you when you want to engagement with local, always treat others the way you want to be treated, because that's really important. Always be kind, even society like beat you, punch you, like bring you down, but always be kind, be good like you before. Nah, like society couldn't, like don't let society or I mean like let you or change you with like to the worst part of your character. Like always be you and always be kind. And then I'm just gonna talk like so fast about the Turkey and cultural richness. Turkey is really rich, guys, about the historical society, nature, and weather, and food and lifestyle. Historical, you know, like the Ottoman Empire, Roman, Eurasian, and Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. We're not gonna talk it a lot because like we don't have that much time. And society, there is a lot of like different ethnic groups in Turkey. We have Asian, European, wow, like they're mixed. They also have Arab, because like they are border with Syria, and religions. Yeah, there's a lot of different religions living in Turkey and settlement partner. There is a lot of things that different Indonesia, but believe me, when you just like keep it up, like just get it along, nothing is gonna be the problem. Just keep on your mind that you need to adjust and you cannot be like set up your mind like you are in Indonesia because they are totally different. And then cultural challenges that I had when I was in Turkey is mostly about legal and bureaucratic because yeah, in Turkey they kind of hard, like they're always changing their mind in a minute. Sometimes they say yes, and the next day they say no. So you always need to make sure like you talk to the some person, you record it, and you got the point. So like if you miss one sentence from what they're saying, believe me, next day they're gonna change like, oh, I didn't say that. So you need to do it again and then start from the beginning. And healthcare in Turkey, they have really good healthcare. You're never gonna be sick, and you're never gonna leave behind because like you always have your uh, healthcare, medicine, and also good hospital. But yeah, they are good and affordable, I guess. I never pay for that, but yeah, it's affordable. And also language barrier, like I said before, everyone must having really hard time with language, but when you get along and when you have time, when you spend your time with uh like positive activity that can help you out with languages, so believe me, as much as you spend your time with language, like with Turkish, as much you can get along with that. And then busy schedule and priorities. Yeah, believe me, when you get into your third year, you always have busy schedule and priorities. But I always set a time, like always make a list, always make your priority to come first. So you don't miss out like what you must need it and what you just want to like as an additional time. And then budget balancing. Yeah, guys, most of student in Turkey, like right now we know like Turkey is in inflation. That's really big inflation. So budget balancing is really important because every time Turkey is like going down and up about the money, and we never know like when is the economy gonna get better. But we hope it's gonna get better soon. So yeah, always get along, always have on eye like always put eye on the budget balancing for your account. So like you're gonna be unstable economy, and then you don't have any issue with that. And then homesickness, yeah, for me like it's really hard, especially the first year. Yeah, oh, I think I spent like around 6 years in Turkey, and I went back for 2 times to my home, like to Indonesia. So like homesickness is something that really normal and legit. So don't feel bad for like, am I the only one that doing homestays? No, everyone feel it and everyone does have that feeling. So yeah, just try to find a way to make yourself busy, have like good schedule, good friend. So yeah, there's gonna always be there like homesickness on your mind, but not really gonna bad because like some of our friends just leave the country and just decided not to continue their study just because of homesickness. So yeah, sometimes it's kind of like easy problem, but if you don't take care of it like seriously, it's gonna be like really really worse. And when it's getting worse, believe me, it's like it's try to handle. And yeah, before it's getting worse, better you find out the solution before it's getting. And yeah, just one thing that I want to say before we end up decision. Henry Miller said one day, one's destination is never a place, but a new way of seeing things. So yeah, I always see something like that. I was opportunity. That I was something good in some things that you're doing right now. I always believe that nothing is impossible. Believe me, like I also just like normal student in Konya last year, but right now like yeah, time brings everything. Like time fix everything. So yeah, believe in yourself. Always doing something great, being positive, and always willing to learn. Yeah, that's all maybe that I can say. Thank you. I think I don't know if I took too much time, but yeah, thanks for listening and participating for this session. I'm so happy to be here. I'm sorry if I have something wrong or not saying it. So let me understand if I'm not covered. Okay, someone is raising hand, but yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna pass this to the presenter, like to our master of ceremony. Thank you for having me here.
All
Thank you
right.
guys
Thank
for
you very
listening.
much for sharing all those good information for each of us here because I'm pretty sure everybody here is also curious about how to handle and also how to deal with all the culture shock or maybe something challenging if they want to study in Turkey. So I'll really appreciate you, Rizky. Thank you very much for the information. And Lamin will have the Q&A session after the second speaker. All right, so let's welcome the second speaker. After we already know about the information how we can face our challenging things in Turkey or how to survive in Turkey. So this is also the good information for each of us here, guys, because she will also give the information how to get the scholarship if I'm not wrong. And yeah, let's enjoy the information. Also, please welcome Miss Korea.
Okay, hello guys. Okay, so maybe I will ask you first. Is it my PPT visible for you guys?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. So as Rizky told before, basically we are both of us is like YTB scholarship awardee, but we divided into like two types. So Rizky already told about the experience, and then most of the material that he said is about the material non-academic, but he also a really active students. I know him in person, basically because we are in the same city. But today maybe I will focus on the academic side because yeah, I'm the one who present the passionate with the study. My hobby is study also. So today maybe the title of my webinar today is Balancing Academic Pursuit, Cultural Exploration, and Enjoyable Experience for International Scholar. So maybe first of all, I should introduce myself. My name is Korea Indah Susilawati. You can call me Kori. The host also already mentioned my social media here at Korea Indah Susilawati. And then I'm also study in Salchuk University Konya. I'm Master of Information Technology Engineering. I start my master degree in September last year. And then Alhamdulillah, I get until now, I get GPA 404. And then I'm also YTB awardee scholarship. I one of the awardee for Turkish government scholarship as well as Rizky also. And then in my bachelor degree, Alhamdulillah, I was a best student in my major, and then my GPA also 3.79 or 4. Yeah, maybe that's all. So these are my activity like in 2 years. So this is Cappadocia, as you know, and then as mentor, sorry, as host told before, I have some joint symposium, even international and national. So this is like my activities photo in international symposium, and this is I have changed to take some interview with the head of what we call it, department of the course, Turkish course. Yeah, with my Algerian friends, and this is me in Bursa. You know, the mountain of the what we call the winter when winter we also go to this place, okay.
Uluda,
And then
Uluda.
also, yeah, Uluda mountain. Thank you so much. I just forgot because I have a long time in Indonesia, so I just forgot some Turkish language. And then this is me beside um academic program. I also joined some non-academic program. I'm not active as Risky as well, but I joined some. Okay. Maybe I joined only one or two because I also work, so I didn't have much time to join non-academic program. So I joined and volunteering for Konya 2021. This is like sport competition for Islamic country. And then I be the license officer for Gambia's government. He is minister for youth and sport for Gambia. So I be the license officer for him in Konya 2021. And then these are the things for traveling. So yeah, I get some program traveling for the Turkish course. So yeah, I go to like if I'm not wrong, like 9 city of Turkey. So if you join, especially Turkey course in Selçuk University in my campus, you will get some tour in the end of the course like that. And this is my team, Indonesian team, when we are join the competition, hackathon competition in Konya. And this is my activity when we are going to market. You know, there in every Sunday we go to the market when we got a lot of things with cheap. Okay, cheap, really, really cheap. You know, we can get Grab only 1 kilo. We can only not more than $1. It's very cheap. So this is very affordable for all the students in Turkey. Okay, especially for me in Konya. And this is my teacher, and this is also because I chief marketing officer for Your Break the Boundaries. We visit annually to Turkey Bushlar Scholarship to invite him as our speaker in Istanbul Youth Summit. Okay, maybe we will go through. Okay, let's move. So maybe I have some question before we continue the webinar session. The first, have you ever considered studying abroad to experience a new culture and education system? Basically, this is it will be answer your my question when I want to start to apply for YTB scholarship. So if you consider to studying abroad and you want to know about the new culture or education system, and if your answer is yes, maybe you can continue to hear my presentation, because if your answer is no, maybe you can stop for this webinar. Okay. Next question. Who wants to come to Turkey? Basically, Turkey is not my dream country, but why I choose Turkey as my destination to continue my master degree? First of all, I already applied for another scholarship, but I didn't have any TOEFL and IELTS. Okay, but every scholarship program require us to have some IELTS and like TOEFL certificate. I don't have any time for preparing for that, so maybe why I choose Turkey, because it not requires us to have that certificate, because I take also my lesson in Turkish language. Okay, so who wants to come to Turkey? If your answer is yes, so we come up for the next question. Okay. Are you interested in the opportunity to learn and potentially become fluent in a new language like Turkish? So, as I mentioned before, maybe Rizky also already mentioned about local citizen in Turkey are not speak native in English, but they're talking in Turkish language. So maybe it will be difficult for you guys if you have even you have advanced in English. If you didn't know like Turkish language, you cannot survive yourself in Turkey because they speak Turkish language. Okay, so if you're interested for these things, because maybe it will be your soft skill also when you can learn and speak Turkish language. Because Rizky also one of my friend that have the most fluent friends in language in Turkish. I mean, like that. So he really because he is active in non-academic program. So I also suggest I also guess that he really native in Turkish like Turkish people. Okay, no, if I'm not advanced in Turkish language, but I can speak. When they have some conversation, I can speak and answer their question. Okay, so this is basically my roadmap. I start my bachelor degree in 2015 with information technology, and then I finish it in 2019 in information technology. And then, first of all, I get rejected, as you see here. First, I apply my scholarship in 2020, and then because of pandemic, and then maybe that limit also the awardee. I got rejected because most of the awardee that got this scholarship in this year is the person that already stay in Turkey. So the person that already take high school in Turkey, and then the person that already take some course in Turkey got more change in this year. So I reapply and I evaluate my application, especially in my mini research. If you know, when YTB scholarship offer to us the scholarship, we should make some mini research for the master degree and then PhD. So I evaluate my application in my previous application. So I apply with the new application that I already met, and then I made up, and then I improve my CV. Yeah, even my certificate also, because I have 1 year provide all the things that I need to reapply the second chance. So in the August, basically, basically we got the announcement on July, but in July for the interview session. But for the final announcement, we got it in August. So until now, Alhamdulillah, I still pursuing my master degree in information technology. And for your information, guys, for YTB scholarship, as I know, they didn't accept for cross-linear program. So if I when I was like my bachelor degree, I took also information technology. But when I continue my master degree, I cannot cross my bachelor degree major. So I also continue my my master degree with the same major, information technology engineering, like that. Okay, these are. So maybe I will talk about the scholarship that are available in Turkey for foreigners. First of all, of course, Turkish government scholarship, and it also provide for bachelor until PhD. So if you consider to continue your master degree, even or PhD, you can also take this Turkish government scholarship. And then I already attached the link until you can see more information through this link. And then the second, Yunus Emre Turkish scholarship. Basically, this scholarship it's only give like a summer school and then like Turkish language. So if you want to know about Turkish language, that very difficult for me, especially, you can take Yunus Emre Turkish scholarship first. Okay, and then the third is Diyanet scholarship. It also available for bachelor degree until PhD. But the things that you should know for this scholarship, it's only offered to the students that want to continue their study with Islamic studies. So if your bachelor degree is Islamic studies, even like Sharia or like theology or something like that, you can enter and then you can apply for Diyanet scholarship, guys. Okay, but if you want to consider, I want to be an engineer, but you apply for Diyanet scholarship, is not eligible. Okay, so Diyanet scholarship is only for the person or students that want to start or continue their study with Islamic studies. Okay, and then the fourth is university scholarship. Basically, some of the university really give like a scholarship for their own students, but also for foreigners they also open for that, like Koç University, even Necmettin Erbakan University, the University of Rizki also offer the university scholarship. So you should pay for your daily life, but you will be free for the study. Okay, next. Maybe this I will explain about the Turkey Bushlara scholarship, because I am experienced for that. Turkey Bushlara scholarship, yeah, we go to the most boring things, because we go to the description. The description is Turkey Bushlara scholarship is basically Turkish government scholarship that sponsor international students. So the first thing that you should remember, for the first requirement, it should be international students, because for the local students, they have their own scholarship. Okay, so if you are foreigner students for Turkey, so you eligible to apply this scholarship. And then it can be undergraduate. So if you already or your friend or your sister have want to continue their study in Turkey after their senior high school, they can continue also with this scholarship. Okay, and then also it can be available for postgraduate, for me especially for master degree, and then also PhD program. Maybe for undergraduate like Rizky, they should take like 5 years at least for finish their study. But for me, for master degree, it will be take like 3 years. So if you consider to take a master degree in Turkey, you should space your time for 3 years, because in the first years you should learn about Turkish language, and then after that for 2 years left, you will take the course for the study in the class. And then PhD program, for the PhD program, it will be same with the undergraduate. I think 4 or 5. I just forgot. Maybe nanti Rizky will revise it, but I think it takes like 4 until 5, because PhD it will be referred to the what we call major that the awardee take. And then monthly stipend, basically in the first time that I took this scholarship, I didn't get this monthly stipend like this, because of the inflation of the Turkey. So they increase our monthly stipend. Like in the first, I only get like 1,400, but they increase now to 200 and 2,000 and then 400, like that. And then also for the PhD, 2,000 and then 700. Okay. This is the things that YTBs cover. The first is monthly stipend that I already explained before. And then the second is residence. Okay. This is, we have like two type, apartment and dormitory. But for bachelor degree, they should take the dormitory. So they are not able to live in apartment, like master degree and then post PhD program. And then for the residence, for the master degree, you are not required or mandatory to stay in the dormitory. Instead of, you can stay in the apartment. And then they will add your monthly stipend for the apartment. Every month is like 2,000. Okay, so it will be different with your monthly stipend. Okay, monthly stipend, basically they will give like in the end of the month. And then for the apartment pay, they will pay you in the first day in new month. Okay, and then it's only require and then for apartment, it's only required to master and PhD program, as I mentioned before. And then flight ticket also, if you take YTB scholarship, they will cover your flight ticket for the first, and then the after your graduation. So they only cover two times. The first is when you come to Turkey for registering and some things like that, and then the last is when you graduate from your major. Okay, but if you like me, like I do before, like now, basically I already stay in Turkey for 2 years, and then I want to back in during my study. It not will be covered by YTB. Okay, and then also language course. So for self-funded students, they are required to take some language course, but for YTB awardee, they will cover also your language course for 1 year. Okay, so they will cover until C1 level. And then also health insurance. FYI, guys, for your information also, health insurance in Turkey that given by YTB scholarship is very, very good, because why? Because my friend also they take surgery in my hospital, and then they will get free for the surgery. So they give the health insurance for the foreigners is very, the first level of the insurance. Okay, so don't worry if you have any sickness or illness, some things like that. Yeah, they will cover your health insurance. Okay, and then I think if I can compare with my country, the health insurance is better than my country. Okay, and then also for the medicine and then the service, it's really better if I compare with my country. I'm so sorry for talking like that, but that's the fact. Okay, and then the best university, basically for YTB scholarship awardee, they will be put in the 50 top university in Turkey. So they will give you and put you in the best university in Turkey. And then mentoring, they also have some mentoring even when we are before we are going to Turkey, even during like this. So they sometimes they told us about our study like that. And then also the visa for the students that want to take some visa for students, because we should take like 90 days visa. So it will be covered by YTB. So we didn't charge any cost for apply YTB's program. Okay, next. This is basically the timeline, the general timeline for the scholarship. We have basically they open every year in the first month. I mean, in the first quarter of a year, like January, February, March. But I think basically the deadline of the timeline is on February. So you should like stay tuned in their social media, because they also update every day. Even every day they also update about the information that they give from the YTB. And then evaluation process, and then result announcement. And then because of the pandemic, I apply after pandemic, like 1 year after pandemic. So there are not writing tests, but the applicants that apply after me, they mandatory to take some writing tests, especially for bachelor degree. To the sorry, not participants, to the awardee that want apply for bachelor degree, they take some writing tests. Okay, like I think it's like IQ test or something. I didn't know, but it be like mathematics, and then like basic mathematics, and also interview video, and then comprehensive review, and then the last final announcement. Basically for the final announcement, they always announce on August. Okay, these things for the general timeline. And then this is maybe the information for the requirement. For bachelor degree, you are not able to have the age more than 21. So you are still in 20 years old. So maybe you can still take some bachelor degree. And then for master degree, you should not more than 30. And then for doctorate program, not more than 35 years old. And then also for GPA, this is the most thing, the most question that come to me. How if I want to, if I a senior high school students, and then I want to continue my study in Turkey with medicine program. So you are eligible to be students for medicine program if your writing test is achieve this. Okay, so the medicine should come with the score 19 of 100. Okay, yeah, and then also for bachelor 70 of 100, master degree 75 of 100, and doctor program 90 of 100. And then requirement for the status is foreigners, graduate, or will graduate. So if you already have some thesis program in your bachelor degree, and then you want to continue but you haven't any graduation party or something like that, you can also apply for that if you already have like certificate or like letter that convince you that you are already passed all the things for your study before, previous study, I mean. Okay, the next is benefits of studying in Turkey. I think these things already explained by Rizky. The first is like quality education, affordable tuition, even for the self-funded students. If you are like I already mentioned, I studied there as awardee, but even you take your self-funded student, Turkey is very affordable. Because why? I told you that one kilogram grape only not more than $1, right? So it's really affordable cost for you guys. Even for master degree in my university, they only charge you if you pay with yourself. They only charge you every semester not more than $300. Okay, so it's very cheap. Even for in my country, Indonesia, they took like one. I think for my master degree, if I take with self-funded in Indonesia, it will cost like $1,000, you know. But in Turkey, I only can pay like $300. So it's very affordable tuition. and then cultural diversity, strategic location, because if I never go abroad to Europe, another Europe, but Rizky already experienced for strategic location. So but I can say that Turkey is very strategic for the location, and then also historical and architectural marvels, and then modern infrastructure, and then warm hospitality, and also networking and professional growth. Okay, maybe I will skip this thing, and then maybe we go through how I manage my time. Basically, I'm not the person that really clever to manage my time, because I also do not work. I'm not take some sport in my life, So maybe I'm not experienced for explain and share my my activity like that. But maybe because I'm passionate with study and work, so maybe most of my time I spend it with study and work. Even I'm not even like 15 minutes. I never take some sport for 15 minutes. It's really hard for me. But don't join this. But I also, my friend also like suggest me to take some sport, but I can do that. Okay. Yeah. But I also enjoy my life. Even I'm not taking sport, like entertaining, I play some music instrument like guitar and piano, so I still have entertaining time, and then rest and relaxation also. I love to even I didn't love study, so I have like 10% of my time I spend for rest and relaxation. And then why I took like only 10% here, because basically I have some like insomnia. Yeah, I have some, I have some things like insomnia. And then that's why my sleep is like really really small for these things. And then also besides study, I also upgrade my skill, even learning new language, especially for Korean language, because I want to watch Korean drama without any subtitle. So I start to I start to learn new language for myself. And then organization, because I really live in study and work, so I need some organization like your break the boundaries. It's really helped me to uh to apply what I already learned in my study and also my work. I apply all the things in your break the boundaries. That's why I join this organization, and most of my time I also spend in my organization. And then this is maybe I will go through for the serious part. Okay, this is the serious part for me. This is the first step for letter of intent, because every scholarship, I think they required all the awardee to make letter of intent in scholarship, even for fully funded program, because I'm also the panelist for judging for fully funded program, especially for YBB program like Istanbul Youth Summit, Middle East Youth Summit, and then some things like that. So maybe I can give you some advice how to write letter of intent. First of all, you should be clear and concise. So don't make not realistic things. And then maybe I was the best students. I was blah blah blah. Be clear what you want to say in the letter of intent, and then don't make it not realistic, because you should when you write letter of intent, you should be yourself. Okay, don't see another. Don't see your friends, even they have like a lot of experience. Just focus on what do you want to write. Okay, so you should be clear, and then showcase your qualification. Maybe you can prove and give the evidence with your certificate, or maybe you already achieve some competition or some things like that. You should showcase your qualification, especially in your letter of intent, because it really really impact to the fully funded program or scholarship. And then express your motivation and goals. Basically you should like put like motivation, and then what do you want after you already achieve this scholarship or fully funded program. So you should like make some draft to write the letter of intent pre event that you want to join or scholarship, and then post event for the scholarship or fully funded program. So maybe I am really motivated to be scientist in especially in information technology, blah 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 blah. And then after that, in the future, in 5 years later, I will apply all the things that I already learned in my master degree to my Indonesia, in my country Indonesia, especially in their data, blah 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 blah. You should put it like express your motivation and goals. And then the last but not least is tailor your letter. And then basically I have some tips again. Maybe if you already have some mentor or you have any friend that can read your letter of intent, it will be better because they can see your letter of intent and then give the evaluation or give the feedback after you already write the letter of intent. Okay, basically, I already told you before, I also panelist for the fully funded programs, especially in YBB program. So these things, 6 qualities that I look as panelists from the applicant, okay, when they write an essay. So the first is I see the clear goals of an alignment of their essay. So maybe you are right now in writing essay for Istanbul Summit, you should clear what is your goals and then the alignment with the time that or you already choose before. Okay, and then passionate enthusiasts. We want to see the passionate of you guys. And then unique experience and perspective. Maybe if you already experience about the social project with the time that you choose or with the background that you already study, you should put with the unique experience and perspective. So maybe after this, there are a lot of questions that come up to me. How if I didn't have any unique experience? Just be yourself because if you like honest when you write an essay, it will be unique. It will be unique experience for the panelists when they are reading. Okay, and also impact and contribution. This is also the important thing from the panelists. And then writing clarity and structure. I also already thought before, you should make some draft when you writing an essay or CV or even for the letter of intent itself. Because when you like direct to write all the things that you want, it will be not structured as well. You make it draft it first. Okay, and then the last but not least is realistic plan and self-awareness. Because why? Sometimes when we I also as panelist when I read some essay from the applicants, especially for fully funded programs, I will compare with their social media. So I'm not only see from their essay, but I also search how their activity in LinkedIn, even in their LinkedIn, and then also I find them in Google. Okay, so yeah, I really appreciate if you can achieve these 6 qualities for the panelists like that. Okay, so as Rizky also talked before, every way we also coming for the challenge. So these are the challenge that I feel a student in Turkey. So I have like language barrier because I already old and then I need to learn new language. For me it's very hard for me, and I really had all the things about language, even I like active person. When we divide it into 2 types, we have like 2 types, guys. When we are learning any new language, we have like 2 types, like the active person and then passive person. I'm the one who active person, but I'm not good in reading. I always have some barriers and I have obstacle when I take some reading exam. And then that's all my language barrier. So maybe it will be hard to you also, guys, if you learn new language in your age right now, because I'm nearly with 30s, so maybe it will be difficult for me. And then food, as you know that Turkish food is not like Indonesian food. So I like something spicy. I like some things that spicy. And then rice. I really love rice. But Turkish is not their main course of the food is not rice. So I need to cook myself in my apartment to yeah, to support my life, because I cannot eat even pizza or like egg make, it's like bread. Yeah, I cannot eat all Turkish food every day, so I should support myself. And then also homesickness, because we are far from our family, so maybe you want to you want something that there is not available in Turkey, so you feel homesickness sometimes. And then also weather and climate issue. So basically, a climate issue is already happened not only in Turkey but also in another country. But maybe this is like disclaimer. I'm the person who likes really really cold. So maybe in the winter, say in the winter season, it will be good for me. But for the person that living in tropical, so maybe it will be hard for them to what we call, to apply their self and then adapt their self with when winter is coming. Okay, but I really love. And then this is my last motto. This is actually my motto. I want to see what happen if I don't give up. So I actually why I didn't never give up, because I want to see what happen if I don't give up. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you so much. If you have any question, just put on the chat. Thank you. I will give it back to the host.
All right. Shakespeare editing, Miss Korea,
Share it.
also Rizky. So yeah, that's also really awesome because we have a good information for how to apply the scholarship, and also what kind of information that needed for us if we apply for the scholarship, and also how the daily life of a student in Turkey, especially for the foreigners. And yeah, this is the Q&A session. So today we have two different point of view of living in Turkey. One of our speaker, he is really what's that, balancing his life during for the academic and also non-academic. But the other speaker is really good at her academics. So we have the different point of view now, guys. So I hope it's also enrich your information about the life. If you want to choose your, or if you want to pursue your study in Turkey. So now this is the Q&A session. So please, if you are interested to talk directly to our speakers, kindly raise your hand. Also, if you want to ask by chat, that's also fine. So now we have Rian Brandy. You are allowed to open your microphone and also your video. Thank you.
Yes, I'm so sorry I cannot display my videos because I'm in the not suitable to open my cameras.
No worries.
I want to question for I am 3 times applied Turkey scholarship program, and I rejected these scholars. I want to uh, tips and trick how about success to get this scholarship gitu. Because I 3 times rejected, but I still never give up gitu, to apply again in this next years gitu. Like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So this is interesting question because been rejected for many times, but how to win this scholarship. So we have the two of our speakers who also hold the same scholarship that you are asking for. So please now, Rizky and also Miss Korea, kindly to give the information how to win the scholarship for winning the YTV scholarship. So thank you.
Okay, maybe I will ask first to Rizky. Rizky, because I got rejected also. Maybe Rizky, like the awardee that get direct, like one one apply, they already got the award,
The scholarship.
this scholarship, right? So for me, especially, basically, when you are got rejected, you should evaluate your application, even for your mini research, your LOE, even for your CV. Because why? Because I think they will like make some evaluation why you still use the same application before. And then the second of all, after you already evaluate with your things, you should like make I mean you should uh give change to another person to review your application. I mean even your mentor. And then if you have any like friends that already accepted as awardee, you should ask them to read your mini research, your CV, and then also your LOE, like that, Randy. So have you done this before, like the things that I mentioned before?
All
Hello,
right.
Randy.
Ian,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, have
Yes.
you do you have any mentor or friends that already accepted as Turkiye Bushlara awardee? Because it's really help when you make them and ask him to review your application.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
join any class before to join
Uh-huh.
this scholarship, but keep my application is rejected. But I still struggle, and I still someday I will. I hope the next uh, program I can to accept this program again. But I still never give up like that. Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Kak Korea.
Okay, it will be great. Yeah, maybe Rizky as direct direct change. Maybe he can give us the another suggestion.
All right. I don't really remember because like it passed 6 years before. So for me, because I also get accepted for Dianet scholarship last year, and then for me, yeah, it's mostly about the so similar like the tips and trick that the story I said for the panelists, some things that panelists always sing for the participant for some project. So yeah, the key is always about your profile and also about the letter of intent, like how you express yourself, how you express like what your value that can contribute uh, to the what we call it like to the company or to YTB, yeah, to YTB. So just make sure like you have some value that can, for me, every time I write something, like every time I write something or every time I want to submit something, I always think, what if I read this from somebody else? So like I'm gonna see like there is always mistake, there is always something missing. So like I'm never write something and I also send it right now. So like I write it, I edit it, write it, edit it, write it, edit it. It's take like 10 times. It's not about like you change a lot of things. It's about like you always have something to improve in your writing. Uh, and then believe me, in my 5 years, like in my application for 2017, I just write about 3 sentences. Believe or not, I just write 3 sentences. Just like it's written there, and it was like totally wrong. I said like, oh my god, that was really weird. I don't have any idea what kind of things that make me like valuable more than other candidates. But it's not about my essay, I guess. Once I was about, yeah, you always had your parent and always had good wishing for your relatives. Second of all, you always have your destiny that God already made it before you even know it. So for me, like I just applied. I'm like I have no idea about YTB before in 2017, and then like uh, but from my yes after the participant filled the attendance, this is yeah. So like before, like, I have no idea, and I applied this scholarship with my 3 classmates. So like we applied it, and then 2 of us get accepted, and one of us is like rejected. So for what I learned from our 3 applicants, like my higher point is like I put a lot of certificates. Believe me, I put my certificate for eating crabs. You know, like eating kerupuk, makan kerupuk in
Kerupuk.
celebration of Indonesian, yeah,
Yeah,
celebration of
very
Indonesian
delicious for
independence.
Indonesian.
Yeah, it's Indonesian independence celebration. I was a winner like for one like first winner of eating kerupuk. I'm like, should I post it, like should I send this? But I have no idea to do that. I have no mentor. I have no one to ask. But they just like send all certificate that you say is like relative, like that means like connected to yourself. So like, okay, I like eating. Why don't I upload it? That's like really wrong, guys. Don't copy that because like before maybe there's not too much candidate that apply for that, and maybe also like uh the interviewer not really focusing on like what you have on your certificate. But right now, believe me, like thousand millions of applicants that do the sign up and also doing this. Yeah, last year also, just for your information, I also got accepted for YTB as well, for master. But since I got offer like for more interesting experience, so I just skip it. It's not really that good also as well. But believe me, every time I write something, make sure like you read it multiple times. Don't just like, okay, let me just submit this. Let me make this quick. Let just do this. Nah, do it as maximum as you can. You always have time. There's no matter like you submit on the last time of the application deadline. But yeah, always do your best. Always make sure like you like that is that really you want them to read about you. And if you need to add something, you need to delete something, just do it. I mean, like you always have time to do it, and then don't forget whatever you have done, and don't forget what happened like you already sent. Yeah, keep it up. I mean, like don't like who Rian said, don't never no never give up, never give up.
Yes,
And
life
like
life is struggle.
exactly, everyone has struggle in their life. Yeah, and
All right.
thank
Thank
you.
you
That's
for
for me.
all right. Thank you very much
Yes,
for both
yes. Tes syukur
explanation.
dari for Kak Korea and Kak Rizky. Julie.
Ya, dari
All right. So
Uh,
yeah, as they also advise you guys, writing essay is takes time. So take your time to learn more about the essay, and also don't forget to ask help to your mentor. And I also want to inform you that YBB, your Credit Converge, also have one of the session for you to have the mentoring session for YTB scholarship. So yeah, make sure you are following our Instagram account to not get missed all the information of our station as well. So right, thank you for the first explanation, and now we have Lamin Sane for the next. All right. Lamin Habis.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum. I hope I'm audible. Are you getting me? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. The presenters, this Brisky, it was very good, and Korea, thank you very much for that insightful presentation. And you've already taken us through to how it is to be a student at Turkey, easy to leave your country to actually study somewhere else. But then I believe Indonesia and then Turkey are not that far apart, and despite they are in different continents, perhaps most of their things are a bit similar. So I wanted to just ask, how is it, how tedious or how challenging is it to study Turkish language as an international student? I understand. Yeah, I understand. One of my younger brother is also there. He is currently studying. He went there to, in fact, complete his schooling, and then he can speak the Turkish language. I was amazed actually. When I knew that. So I wanted to know how challenging was it for you to actually learn the new language. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. Yeah. This is one of the interesting things that we have to prepare before we decide to study in Turkey. So let's get to know the information from both of our speakers. Right. Maybe Rizky, you go first.
Okay, me first. Okay, so basically for me, okay, first of all, Lamin, actually I learned Turkish language after my 25 years old. So basically, it will be difficult for me to learn something new because I already take some specialists in my field, information technology. So it will be difficult for me to learn something new. So why I told you Turkish language is very difficult, because why? Because the structure in with my Indonesian language is very different. Sometimes when in Indonesian language we talk like subject, verb, and then the last is an object. But in Turkish language, we put the verb in the end of the sentence. So that things that I think it will be at me as the struggle for me to learn Turkish language. Even for the course also, for me especially, because I also work at the same times from Indonesia. So I didn't get any focus for learning new language especially. And they give us the course is like for 7 a.m. So no, for 8:30 in the morning until 3, or if I'm not wrong, until 3 p.m. So it will be boring for me for learning during that time. So maybe Rizky also can give the tips and trick how he himself learning so fast, because Rizky also one of the most clever in Turkish language for me, as I already meet people in Turkey for Indonesian people. But I have two friends, I have only two friends that I prove and evidence with myself, with my ears, their language for Turkish language is very, very good. Like Rizky, and also one of them is to Albana. So Rizky can give an advice about how challenging learning Turkish. But for me, it's very, very difficult because the structure itself, and then the time for learning. Okay, that's all for me. Nah, I will go and address my question also to Rizky.
So I got two questions right now from one of speaker and also one of our participants. No, okay. I don't know about that. I never see myself as a fluent in Turkish, but believe me, I landed to Turkey when I was 16. So if Korea already mentioned about ages, yeah, I was really young when I start to study Turkish. And then for me, okay, I don't know, I find it really fun, but I don't know, like Korea found it really boring because like she spent a lot of time and she also has a lot of things on her hand. Believe me, guys, I was free that time. I was so stressed, not stressing about the pressure. It's more stressing about like, what if I fail? What if they took my half of my burst, like of my scholarship? Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna. I'm like before like the economic of Turkey that was really high, like one tele, it was like 4 and 5, like 4.5 thousand of rupiah is about like 25 or 30 cents dollar. So yeah, at the time, like I was like, okay, let me make this out. I'm still young. Everyone's doing it, and all my society are so clever. Believe me, like they are way more than like they always practice. And me, like I just like got pushed by them. Like, okay, Rizky, you need to do something else. That's why, like, I found it like I found the path. Like Korea said, we have really different path. Like we have really different structure of our grammar and Turkish grammar. But since I know Arabic, a little bit Arabic, like I know Arabic, I can speak Arabic because like I graduate from like Islamic boarding high school. So Arabic was like my only language that I was fluent when I landed in Turkey because like English is not only that much for me. Yeah. So like I expected, oh, I'm gonna speak Arabic with like, all fellow and all citizens because like yeah, Turkey is like Islamic country. Why not? Everyone could speak Arabic as a show. And turn out like no one speaks Arabic, no one speaks English. So like wow. So before that, like believe me, in Konya there's only 12 students, Indonesian students, and the only one person that was welcoming me. And Rizky like, oh Rizky, you're gonna stay alone, like you're gonna be alone on the dormitory, you're gonna survive, you need to learn, and then no one's gonna help you because like everyone has lectures, everyone has school, and yeah, you need to rely on yourself. During that time, like yeah, I push myself. I remember like you need to memorize every single word And then yeah, you get used to the pad, like you get used to the form. Like okay, you always put the verb at the end, and then keep going to practice. Like don't give up. Everyone's laughing at me. Everyone's like enthusiastic. Like oh, why you even like talk Turkish with me while you can talk English or Arabic with somebody else? Like with someone like we always have a lot of foreign students that can speak Arabic and English, but with them like I just want to forget every language I have, and I just want to learn Turkish that time. Yeah, I struggled. Believe me, Lamin, that was really hard. But when like you have targets, and then you have something that push you like to always improve yourself, not behind, like left behind by all your fellows and your classmates. That's make you like, all right, no friend of Indonesian, no friend speaking English and also speaking Arabic. That you go, and it's the second year. Yeah, I made it. Like I was, yeah, that was like truly nice. I was like the first of the class on Turkish language lectures. Like, ooh, yeah, we made it. And yeah, it always keep going after like not just end after I finish my courses of Turkish. I always like keep it up, always up, try to engage with our social like our society. I always keep it up with my like try to get along, try to make friends with Turkish because like believe me that's really hard. They judge you when you don't like speak Turkish. They don't understand you. They gonna say like they not appreciate you what you're saying. They're like, sorry, I don't understand it. Can you repeat it? Or like, I don't understand it. Sorry. So that's make you like feel terrible. Oh my god, I've tried so hard, and they say like I don't understand you. Then what should I do? Try to understand it. Like I try my best. I'm foreign, I'm fluent, I'm not fluent, I'm not native. Why don't you try to help us? But no, some of them they are really rude, but some of them like they are really willing to help you. So try to find like good friends that could help you out when you are learning and can keep practicing with you while you're on your like worst time until you reach the top of like okay, you enjoy speaking Turkish and they understand what you got and yeah, it's really fun. That's maybe not in tips and tricks, just more story. Maybe you can get something from that one.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Korea, and also Rizkin. And I also validated that 30 Trabzon. And maybe I want to scale up the hardness of the Turkish language from 1 to 10. How many or how hard the Turkish itself from Ms. Korea?
Okay, for me, if I should like scale it up for yeah, for the range of the difficulties, it's on 8
Oh wow.
because I don't no basically because I'm active person, so basically I get some obstacle and difficulties in reading. Okay, so I don't able to read a lot of things because it's so difficult for me because I'm the one who active person, so it will be better for me when I took some speaking and then listening. I better in that field, but for reading it will be like 8 for me. Yeah, I can scale it up like 8 only because it's very difficult, guys.
All right, thank you very much. So, what about you, Rizky?
All right. Currently, I could speak 5 languages by the time, but now I also like try to learn some French because I live in somewhere like speaking French and also speaking Italian. I tried to learn them. Believe me, they may like way more hard. So like I can say it's like kind of 6.5 or 7 because like French. Oh my God, the way they say it, oh, comment ça va? Oh my goodness, that's terrified me. Like no, like in Turkish there is like similar word with English, sometimes with Arabic because I can speak Arabic, but in French, no. You start from the scratch. No word. Like yeah. So like 7.5 or 6.5 for me. Because like I find kind of like closer to Arabic. That thing.
All right, thank you very much for the information. Also, hopefully you, I mean, can able to know how hard the Turkish itself, and you can prepare yourself to learn about the language and struggle yourself to challenge yourself to be able to speak in Turkish. And yeah, again, I
Yeah,
can tell you that Turkish is really hard.
yeah.
Turkish.
It is based on the experiences of our speakers. It will not be easy, actually, you know. And then, like they said, you know, you just have to work harder and then be able to speak it and dedicate more time for it. But then, like Corey said, that way is scary. Okay.
It's not for scare somebody, but yeah, it motivates each of us here, motivate to fight every challenge that we might face when we are being the international students, or maybe to travel as well, right? Okay, thank you very much. And now I want to read one of the question that we got in comment. It's from Nuraini. She asked, "How do we get prospectus career offer there, especially internationally?" So, do you mind to share to us, guys, how you can win also the career after your study?
All right, I will go first because Korea seems like still thinking of the answer. Okay. For me, I'm kind of like really organized people, like personally. I feel like before I step, like I move my step forward, like I need to prepare everything. So I need to know like what is your direction is gonna be, like what kind of jobs you're gonna apply for, and then what is the requirement that you need to have before you apply for the job. So basically, for me, like I really keen on like being like human resources and also be kind of like freelance translator. So yeah, I started my career, like start to build my career requirement and also skills start from like third grade of my class, like of my university. So yeah, I do like do some part-time job and also do some like research and also what skill that I need to learn. You always have like free courses online, and you also have like society or the organization that will build you up and get some experience that you can probably like experience it before you get into like really professional work job like work life. And yeah, and in Turkey, it's like we're talking about Turkey right now, there is a lot of opportunity you can have despite of online and also offline. You always have like really supportive environment and also really supportive campus life that always can help you out with building your character and also build up your skills. Probably like before, yeah, I still remember that I joined a lot of like open discussion. I'm not a speaker because like I don't like study, like not like Corey, like nah. I'm really never join like kind of project and also open what we call it journal, submitting some journal. But yeah, I enjoy it while like listening and also like attending them. Like, oh, they're so cool, but why like oh my god, they're so cool. How can they speak like in the entire room and everyone's like listening to them about what they have done, what have they prepared. So that's really cool for me. Yeah, but I'm never really keen on like doing something like that. So like for me, like more of non-campus, like non-academic off-campus activity that almost like I attend to. So like if I want to be like translator. So like you really need to have really good language skill, either like speaking or just reading or writing. So better if you can always like practice your language, doing some speech, like doing some organization that make you always active and also make you always improve your skills. Believe me, guys, like while I was practicing, with or without realizing, like, oh god, everyone says like, oh, you speak really good Turkish, but like, really, I think I just doing something that necessary. I just express what I have on my head. But yeah, with practicing, even like you don't realize that you already build up to yourself. Yeah, keep on practicing. Make like what Corey just show us. Like make timetable, make like your targeting for next year, 2 years, 5 years, and know the direction where to go, what step you need to make. Don't step like to the wrong or opposite direction. It's gonna make you far away from your target. Yeah, keep it up, and then yeah, keep on learning because we never know like what the time's gonna come, or like you need to some time to wait for that. So never give up. And yeah, that's time for Corey to answer that.
All right, thank you. So now let's have the information from Ms. Korea.
Okay, basically, hi Nuraini. If you ask me about the prospect career over the international, especially basically in Turkey, I didn't have any experience because as our D, we are not able to work at the same time. In Turkey as well, because if we already get some health insurance, so maybe Rizky already experienced for that things, and he also already explained. But for me, because of my background is information technology engineering, so I have a lot of offering from Indonesia, also even Indonesia and also from Singapore. But at the same times, for how I get the prospect career, especially in Turkey, I didn't have any experience, so I cannot answer your question. But if you ask me about how to get some career, because of my background in IT, so I get some remote opportunities through the LinkedIn. And then yeah, maybe if you want to see like work from home side, you can find the opportunities from there. But especially in Turkey, I didn't have any experience for answer your question, so maybe I can skip it.
All right, thank you very much. So I think your investment through your language is also one of the great investment for earning money, because yeah, as we know, if as Rizky told us that if we are able to speak in Turkish, so we might have a good chance to have prospect career in Turkey. And we also know that if we also speak English fluently, we might find a good chance either in your own country or the other country. And because they also know that you are from Turkey and you are studying in a good university as well. So you guys here, you have to you have to prepare yourself to enrich your knowledge, to enrich your skill as well, because that will be your good investment for your future. So yeah, thank you for the explanation, Ms. Corey, and also Rizky. So I think Hafiza's question will be the last question for each of us here, guys. So please, Hafiza, to ask to both of our speakers now. Hafiza.
Yeah, sorry for not opening the camera because the camera is disabled now. And thanks for the interesting presentation in this questioning section. The question for the both for Kak Korea and Kak Rizky. The question is, what is the standard monthly fee or monthly stipend in Konya City now? Is there high difference between before inflation and after inflation in Turkey? Yes, but maybe. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So yeah, somebody is asking about that question. Oh, the monthly stipend, yeah, because that's also one of the considering thing that before you decide to study in Turkey. So please, Miss Korea and also Rizky, give us the information that we really need to know before we study in Turkey.
Okay, maybe I can go first because yeah, I can go first. Yeah, basically it will be depend to the person that live in Konya especially. But for me, before inflation, I love to eat, guys. And then I cook by myself. Sometimes I also take like online like GoFood, or like in Turkey we call it liyemek sepeti. Because I also work at the same time, so I don't have any much time to sometimes to cook by myself. And then every week I also shopping for some snack, and then I budget my snack, only my snack. It takes like 200 lira. Okay, before inflation. So maybe it will take not 200 lira. It's like 100 until 200. So like if I already spend 200, it's really much for me in for a week. But for like daily, like because I living in apartment, so I have some stipend, or I should spend my all the things in my daily, like oil, and then like salt, some things like that. So maybe for a month I can calculate it like not more than 1000. It's really affordable. But for now, as you know, after inflation, I can say that I can afford myself with 1000 lira, because it's very cheap. So maybe it will be increased like 100 and 1500 after the inflation, because for the local products like vegetables, and then for the fruits, it's really affordable and cheap. But for rice, because I eat rice 3 times in a day like Indonesian, okay, so it will be increase my daily stipend. Okay, so maybe I can talk for the whole of my life after inflation is like 1500 until 2000. Even I can round out all my monthly stipend from YTB. So I didn't have any saving, because as I mentioned before, I work as well remote from Indonesia. So I took my also my stipend, monthly stipend for YTB, whole full for my it, because sometimes if I didn't have any time for cooking, I should buy for myself. So it will be increasing. And after the inflation, if we one order, it will take like 100, at least 100 lira. So if I maybe if I cannot work, if I cannot cook, sorry, maybe in a day I can like spend like 2000 sorry 200 lira in a day. Okay, if I'm not cook. Okay, but it's not only like, it's not every day I'm not cook, because I know I also student, so I adapt myself a student also. Maybe that's all for me. Maybe Rizky already like 7 years in Turkey, and then maybe he's really changed his life as well, because and the inflation.
Oh yeah, that's really well. Okay, let's start from the first year that I got into Turkey. So my scholarship was 700 tele. That was like worth it to, oh my god, I forgot was like in euros. I think it's probably about like 500 or 300, something like that. Yeah. Approximately, guys, have no idea about it, but yeah, 700. And 700 I just spent 50 tele per month. Can you believe that? Because like doner, okay, one meal for sandwich, you just pay 2.5 tele. And then one Indomie is just 75 cents. So like yeah, 50 tele is way much to spend. And while you're living in like still on dormitory, you always have your breakfast and also your lunch at university, and then dinner you always have it. So like for outside activity, and also like just want to trekking, or like when you feel hungry outside, use it buy ice cream and also some snack. Like 50 is way too much. I make really enough. But right now, recently, currently, like last year, for monthly stipend, I used to live also in the I live in dormitory the same year, and also I live in house at an apartment. Well, when I was living in dormitory, I spent around 1,000, yeah, 1,000, and it's worth it. Like maybe how much in euros? Yeah, I think it's like 50 euros. Yeah, something like that. So like I spend that much, because in dormitory, yeah, I used to work at as well. So like every time it's changing, like by the time, and also by yeah, your habit, and also like by your, what we call it, like your essential products. Like before, I don't use skincare. Before, I don't I don't eat like in fancy restaurant. And before, like I don't really spend a lot on like clothing and stuff. But since I'm working, I need like really good shoes. I need really good like yeah, I like taking care of yourself, and also you need to like yeah, like appreciate what you have done to yourself, like you did doing something that like make you less stressed. That's the thing. So yeah, depends. It's never going down, but it's always going up. Yeah, since the first year, it's always going up. And then yeah, right now I can tell like yeah, maybe like 2000 is really really good price because like well, you know like 2000 is like less than 100 euros, which is like nothing. And like even like you convert it to rupiah, like if you live in Jakarta, you cannot survive with 1 juta, like 1 million. So yeah, that's the thing. Like 2,000 euros just for daily expense is really really good amount. Yeah, I'm like who was asking? Yeah, Hafiza, if you're willing to go like with your self-founded, like you want to pay for the tuition and also like just not like maybe like I really want to go to Turkey. I don't like you have like really good wealth and just can provide everything by yourself. I mean, I recommend it. Really recommend Turkey to be like your good place, good country for the society, for the expenses, and also for the university, and also major that you can choose on. Yeah, that's the thing that I can. Well, thank you guys.
Okay, Kak. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you very much
welcome.
for the information. So I think also before we decide to go abroad either for study or for anything, so you have to able to have a good skill in financial planning, I guess, yeah, because that will tell you how good you will survive in other countries. And without anyone, because you will survive by yourself. All right, thank you very much for all the information, also about the knowledge as well. So now this is a closing statement from both of you, Miss Korea and also Rizky. This will be the end of the session for today. So I hope you guys here also enrich all the knowledge and also got the information from both of our speakers today. So please kindly give the closing statement for each of us here, Miss Maria.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, for your break the boundaries having me in this occasion. So, my last statement is don't give up, guys. Because if you get any rejected, it's like this is it's only life. Yeah. So sometimes we got rejected, sometimes we got accepted. Yeah, that's okay. That's life. Because but don't give up because you should see what happens if you don't give up. That's all for me.
Thank you very much. So now, Rizky.
Yeah, my closing statement is not too much that I can tell because yeah, guys, everyone has their own path, everyone has their time. Give your time, give your time. I mean, like always wait for your time. Like in if even in the farm, even in like in the bloom, not every flower can bloom at the same time. And then wait for your time to bloom, and always like give water, give good sun, give good air to the flower. So like when you bloom, it's gonna be like really really beautiful flower in your garden. So that's all for me. Thank you very much for having and also participating in this webinar. I feel so thankful and also grateful to be in here and then delivering something that I don't mind. It's really important. But I hope you guys like it. And also I hope it's gonna be beneficial for you. Anytime hit me up for my Instagram. Also like anyway you can contact me. Thank you very much guys.
All right, thank you very much for all the information, Rizky, and also Miss Korea. And yeah, guys, we are really appreciate on behalf of Pittsburgh the Converge. We are really appreciate you to have a quick station with us today. And yeah, I also appreciate you, Rizky, and also Miss Korea, for giving us your precious time to share your knowledge and also to share all the information about Turkey and also its uniqueness. So we give you, this is the certificate that we can provide to you, Rizky Octorian, and also for Miss Korea in the system. Thank you very much, guys. So the end of our session, kindly open your camera. So let's have a photo session to memorize that each of us has on the same screen, even virtually. All right. Kindly open your camera. Okay, so the operator will help us to capture the moment. And okay, so I think everybody already opened their camera. In 3, give us your best smile, okay? 1, 2, 3. All right, give us your freestyle, your best style. 1, 2, 3. All right, teşekkür ederim arkadaşlar. Hopefully this session will be helpful for you, and don't forget to fill the attendance form because you will be recorded as our participants and you will deserve to get the certificates for in the end of the program. And don't forget the last session of this Turkey webinar series will be held in the next Sunday, and that will also discuss about how Turkey will help you to travel around European countries. And don't forget also to register yourself in our annual event Istanbul Youth Summit that will be held on March next year. And make sure you also follow our Instagram account, Youth Free Boundaries, and also Istanbul Youth Summit to not miss all the information from us. Thank you very much, guys, and have a great weekend. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, guys.
That you've never seen, but then you realize you here where you belong. You got a voice, don't make it hurt. Nothing can hold you back from what is meant for you. 'Cause we are the youth. Head up high, here we stand and rise, and we